Hey, sorry about that, guys. A little bit of an interruption. What's it called? I actually got a little takeout shit. I know it's gonna sound crazy, but there's one really badass place. I know it's already well known, but Panda fucking Express. I got a little takeout shit from there. I know it's crazy as hell to believe, but it's true. So yeah, might not having to do part 3 on this, just in case I didn't get any more fucking interruptions. But you know what? That's me. That's why I gotta live. No roomies out today, which is weird. So yeah, what can I say about Aggron? I was saying he was an evolution. There's like some fusion evolution with steel and rock. That shit is freaking G as fucking fuck, literally. What else can I say about fucking Aggron? He's just fucking G. I love the little triple horn thing that's going on. He's kind of like Kangaskhan too in a way, but he wasn't a normal type. That's the funny thing about him, is that he wasn't normal. And there's a shiny one in the back. You can see that. So yeah, I know Lairon and Aron were his first 2 evolutions, or Aron, Lairon. Love the big giant metal claws. I think he was one of the first Pokemon in 4th generation who was able to learn Metal Burst besides with Steel now. Later on, after he was all done with Hoenn, one of Steven's signature Pokemon besides Metagross. I mean, Steven was real huge fucking pain in the ass when it came to Pokemon Emerald. That's all I'll tell you there. So yeah, I know he learned Heavy Slam later on in 5th generation too. So that's that one in Kingdra. So number 5 on the list. Some people might agree with me, some people might not. It's fucking Weavile. What can I say about Weavile besides it already made a couple appearances in movies and shit, but one of the first Pokemon ever in 4th generation to have a second evolution from Sneasel, which I think Sneasel, I know it's gonna be sounding weird, but I think it needs a pre-evolution. Even though most of those pre-evolutions really aren't worth crap. In my opinion, they sorta are, but then they're sorta not. There's pros and cons to everything in this world, and pre-evolutions of Pokemon, I guess, is sort of one of them. I mean, what can I say? It's really good with Night Slash. Probably one of the 40th or 50th fastest Pokemon on there. Top 200 or 300 of them out there. I don't know. And there's going to be like 700 or 800 later on. Imagine that shit. I think there's like 659 right now. But yeah, I like the little gem on its head. I've seen a lot of fan art in this thing. It's really freaking amazing how they made Weavile. Whether it's a boy or a girl one's still badass either way. I know it made its appearance at Super Smash Bros. Brawl later on too, So it was a Pokemon I was a force to be reckoned with. His devil red eyes, crazy as shit. And I know Karen ended up evolving Sneasel into Weavile too. Another fun fact for you if you didn't know that there, even though a lot of people probably knew that already. So I don't do those facts and trivia things. I would like to do that, but it's too much hard work, too much research shit. I really don't want to waste my time with that. So yeah, that's Weavile for you. So yeah, coming in at number 4, we're halfway done with the list, thank God. I'm starting to sweat my ass over here. Number 4. What was number 4 again? Get me, people. I'm a little bad when it comes to me. You guys should know this by now, though. Ha! Fucking Alakazam. With Alakazam back in the days, this thing was... He was a fucking wall before even though Chansey was there. Before the Chansey evolved into Blissey in 2nd generation, this thing was a fucking steel fucking trap door. Seriously, what more can I say about it? It was owned by one of the most awesomest, badass, cutest fucking gym leaders out that time besides Misty and Erica. Fucking Sabrina. I remember that episode way back in the days when, if any of you guys are old school Pokemon veteran fans like me, you guys remember that episode where she almost ended, I think she ended up killing her mom, but they didn't really state it in the show because, it was a kid's show. And then the daddy ends up being some jogger guy or whatever, one of the locals in Johto. I think it was Saffron City or something, because that's where she was at. What else can I say about Alakazam? Because of those 2 things. There's some rumors and facts that he's supposed to be like a satanic demon symbol, which it does resemble it a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. Shit fucking resembles it a whole damn lot. And another really cool thing about Alakazam is that when you use the Psychic, all his little eyes glow to green, just freaking epic as hell. That's all I'm gonna say about that, Some people say, oh, he's like a Jewish thing or whatever, with Pokemon memes or memes. All the little jokes on the internet about him. I guess I could sort of see it, but not that much. I'm just fucking with you guys. Heck no. I can't see it for a damn thing. So yeah, that's number 4 on the list, Alakazam. He was pretty G as fuck too, I'm not gonna lie. And number 3, 2, and 1 on the list, the top fucking 3. Even though this is the top 10, I know some people think this is kind of overrated, but you know what? This is my top 10 list. I'm gonna say how I want. Fucking Crobat. Now what can I say about Crobat? You know, look at him chasing the little otters down. You know, he was ruthless and reckless as fuck, man. This thing was one of the fastest things in the fucking air back in the Johto days. You know, speaking of Crobat, you know, what else? He had all the poison moves in the world, all the flying moves in the world, you know. This thing was scary as fuck too. You know, back in my childhood days, I thought it was a little creepy as fuck. I'm not gonna lie. You know, and especially with the Brock having one too. This thing was a damn well fucking beast, especially in competitive battle shit. I've seen it a couple times. Some people use Crobat with fucking, you know, besides Aerial Ace and Air Slash, we'll have like Sludge Wave. What's it called? Toxic, of course it's gonna have Toxic. Why wouldn't it? Even though every other Pokemon that's not a poison type Pokemon, they can all learn Toxic. You know, it's a ninja thing. I know it's on the facts and trivia. I know JPR 1998, he did his thing on that. Sorry, I'm getting a little hot as shit in here. Like almost 200 fucking degrees in this thing, even on the fans on. But yeah, you know, he was kind of a little demon with wings. He had the little wings on his feet, so it made his speed 10 times faster than any flying type Pokemon. This thing would probably outfly Pidgeot within a mile away. If you were talking back in the days and shit like that, this one was your man. Nowadays, the only one I can think fucking fastest, you know, besides all the starters, final evolutions, is want to talk legendary Pokemon? Would say Kieran, but he's Dragon Ice, so he doesn't kind of count. Alright, Thundurus, Landorus, and Tornadus probably outspeed what's it called, Crobat, and that's all I got to say about him. And that little smirk on its face, I can tell you one wants to be its Ray face, just like the villager thing, whatever. Number 2 on the list, I know this will be kind of weird because I already put Sceptile on here, but fucking Grovyle. And I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but yeah. Let's talk about Grovyle. Grovyle, this is the one from Mystery Dungeons. He had a big fucking role in that thing, by the way. I thought it was awesome as shit. Even though I wasn't really crazy about Pokemon Ranger, but when Mystery Dungeon came out, pretty decent, good ass game. I'm not gonna lie, you know. Best 40 bucks I spent in my life. Let's see what else can I say about it. I like the interior design, like I always say on there. You know, it's sly, it's wittiness. You know, it's kind of like Sly Cooper a little bit in a way. I know Ash in the 3rd generation when he had this one, he had that twig in its mouth. You know, just being a fucking boss, especially when he used Bullet Seed, Leaf Blade. That was its signature move before all the 4th and 5th and future 6th gen Pokemon started using it. That was his move first in the beginning. He was one of the very few Pokemon that could even learn Dragon Claw too. For some weird, strange reason, he was able to learn that. I wish he would have been like Grass Dragon. Same with how Superior should have been Grass Dragon, or maybe Grass Flying. But they made him pure Grass, and that kind of upset me a little bit, you know? I was kind of on the fence with that shit. I still kind of am now, but I got over it. What else can I say? You know, Sparta's speed and accuracy. His accuracy is very fucking overpowered when it comes to like competitive battles and shit like that. And yeah, that's really all I gotta say. I like the nice last little leaf blade claws he got on his arms. You know, he's basically Tarzan, King of the Jungle, is what the Pokedex says. It's to some kind of certain extent on that list. So yeah, that's Grovyle. And coming up next, the last one, number 1. This is be a little overrated, but like I said, once again, this is my top 10. You guys want to make top 10s yourself? You be my guest, all right? Fucking Entei. Let me tell you something about Entei. If I could start this little slideshow. Yeah, so Entei, what can I say about him? You know, he's G as fuck. He's boss. You know, I think it was one of the first Pokemon that had a special ability move, which I don't really remember what it was because it was only in the movie series only. For some strange reason, I'm not sure why they did that, but they did it. So, so excuse me on that. And what more is there can I say about him? You know, he was one of the 3 legendary dog Pokemon, even though they gave Raikou that 3-part special episode, The Legend of Thunder, a couple years ago. And with Suicune, they gave him his own little move, but it was only in Japan, never released in the US until the DVDs came out. With Celebi, you know, the whole Time Travel thing, you know, and the Elex 4's GS Ball, all mushed up in a fucking one badass fucking combination of a Pokemon movie, you know. Basically, long story short, Ash goes with the professor and everything, and back in the days, and he always thought Ash was special to him because he gave him Pikachu. It's like, oh, I noticed you, Ash. I remember you. You were from the future, and like, he was the inventor of the Pokeball besides Kirk. You know, he's just one of the innovators for the Pokeball, I guess. And what else more can I say about Entei? You know, he could make up illusions out of his mind, sort of like how Zoroark does, but on a different level. You know, he could just make them out of crystals like he did in the movie, you know, when that little girl always called him Papa all the time, even though the original father got killed into a vortex time machine thing with all these unknown in this shit. And in this little ancient chamber. It was just crazy as fuck to think how powerful as fuck Entei would be, you know? I would have put Raikou or Suicune on here, but the thing with Suicune is, I felt like he got super overrated way back in the days when they created Pokemon Crystal for him. And Raikou, I could have put him on here, but I don't know. I really didn't like its cry that much. It was basically a tiger that was from heaven, in a way. Hardcoreness, and everyone already knows the real old story, like on the Pokédex, how it explains how Ho-Oh created all 3 of the legendary dogs, and then of course Lugia, which is actually a lot more my favorite Pokemon than Ho-Oh is, but I already did a review on that thing for him. That's a Dark Shadow Lugia. If any of you guys remember that one, I had like 100 views on it. I think it goes on my criticism guy channel. It might have been here. You can check it out if you want. Yeah, he made Arcanine, Zapdos, Moltres, the 3 legendary birds, you know. Yada yada yada, fucking blah blah blah. And that's why Entei is one of my favorite Pokemon. He had Purple Fire for some reason. How more crazy as shit can you get, like, with Purple Fire? Could have been a demonic aura, but you know what? I don't give a shit. He's definitely the fucking bomb back in the 90s. You the bomb, man. You guys remember any of that shit? Unless you're probably like 14 or 15 now, you probably don't remember that shit unless you've done research on the 80s and 90s. Maybe you do, but you didn't live it like I did. I'm not trying to be a cocky, arrogant, fucking douchebag asshole, but that's how it is. I'm sorry. So yeah, that's basically all I had to say on here. So like I always say, like, comment, subscribe, all that good shit, and yeah. Peace out, bros, women, bronies, and pegasisters. I will see you when I see you guys. Have a good day. Have a good night. Wherever you're at in the world. Hopefully you like this 2-part special. And yeah, you guys take care. Be easy. Stay safe. See you soon. And all that good shit. Don't drink, smoke weed at the same time. Don't do anything reckless. And see you in the next one. Take care, everyone. And yeah, late, goodbye, and peace. Oh, and yeah, one last thing real quick. I'm gonna be doing more cartoon conspiracy theories. I know I kept saying that for the longest, but it will happen. Alright? Just sit back, relax, enjoy your last month of school, if any of you guys are still in high school back in the days, or right now, if you were like in college around my age and shit, you'd know. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna shut up there before I keep going along, and see you soon. Alright? Bye. Peace.